Hi, it's Brandon, and welcome to Retro Reactions, a place where I experience amazing music from the 70s, 80s, and 90s for the very first time. And today we have another new artist alert for the channel. Yes, we're headed all the way back to 1988 to listen to The Gardener of Eden, a three-piece suite by English sophistipop band The Style Council. I guess there was just too much music in the 80s for me to get to back then, and since then, you know, I've heard this name all my life, the Style Council. Paul Weller, who's the founder or one of the co-founders of the band, but I don't think I've ever heard any of their songs. So excited, especially about this one, based on the description I read. And this song comes from Confessions of a Pop Group, their fourth studio album. The song is broken into three sections titled In the Beginning, The Gardener of Eden, and Mourning the Passing of Time. It's been described as classical, filmic, and jazzy. Great combination. I know I'm going to love it. It sadly yet eloquently discusses man's domination over and destruction of nature. So intense lyrics there. Don't know what to expect, but it's a long song. It's a three-part song. It's a suite. It's the Style Council. It's sophistipop, so let's go. Timeless. Super cinematic. What decade are we in? bass, incredible.
I saw through human slaves. The rivers flush their hillsides and hide my little day. Now round with the lifeblood. Oh, drunk with guilty shame. I was broken and twisted out of shape. Most of consequences were about to break. My soul was really young and bigger and red. Later than I teardrops upon the flower bed. The blame furnace of window down is mine and mine alone.
All my favorites.
The so proud was I of my word, and I had to share his growth. It's true I wasn't gonna in the terrified flood. Now these green fingers of mine, oh, stained by angels' blood.
Organ. Good. Assume this is part 3 now. Christmas came early, yet again.
I'm hanging up my surfboard. I'm giving back my ring.
There's that Beach Boys
I've
reference.
had enough of choking now. salty sea and fish.
Wow.
Hey, I've come to the surface and come to my senses, yeah. I've come to the surface and come to my senses, yeah. I've come to the surface and come to my senses, yeah. I've come to the surface and come to my senses, yeah. I've come to the surface.
Wow. Wow. I love that ending. I knew there was a nod to the Beach Boys. Of course, very strong vibes. It was intentional, but I love that it was short, kind of like a finale, a small, subtle finale that they tacked on after the huge, grand finale that was part 2. An excellent journey. So much sadness, so much reflection, so much drama. Wow, that was stunning. More than I could have expected. Yeah, what a journey. I love the structure of the song. It was arranged and executed perfectly. We start with nature, sound effects. Yes, please. Beautiful bird sounds. I heard some thunder, some crickets, some other animals. Very, very evocative right from the start, setting the tone perfectly. And then the glorious instruments come in one by one. First, this beautiful glowing harp. Strings come in as well. Woodwinds, probably a flute. Pretty certain I heard a flute and maybe one other. Yes, they were creating these calming, highly reflective melodies. It was just heaven already, right from the first minute or two. Yes, I did hear several genres in this beautiful piece of music. But the beginning definitely had strong classical music vibes. And of course, I love that as well. It was all very evocative of nature. I love the dark touches just subtly thrown in there. Perfect balance. The music sounded so pure, kind of like devoid of human contamination, if that makes sense. To me, it kind of represented literally the Garden of Eden from the Bible, where it was beautiful. No humans existed yet. It was perfect. Wow. They delivered that so expertly here. And then it all changed. We ramped up, not too extreme, but boy, was it different. All of a sudden, we get this lush, sumptuous, dreamy music. I felt like I was floating in thick swirls of a sophisticated, jazzy instrumentation. It was so beautiful. I was hooked. I was focused. Wow, loved it so much. And then the stunning vocals kick in. I know there's 2 singers at this point. It sounded very female to me. I hope I'm right. So I'm assuming that was done by D.C. Lee. Incredible work. Again, so captivating. Yeah, those vocals felt like, floating, swirling, twirling, vibrating, soulful glory, perfection. It's kind of crazy that this was released in 1988. I was getting heavy 70s touches, especially in this section. Stunning. I love the soul and R&B element going on in this section. It was very glamorous, sumptuous, like I said. Just a dream altogether. And then they give more. The brass arrives, giving it kind of a little big band feel. Incredible. Again, I love that there's multiple genres, at least 4 in this song. Wow. And that brass had some big, amazing moments, especially the double punch, dun-dun, kept happening, dun-dun. So impactful every time. Also a bonus, this kind of vibraty, passionate organ joins the party. That was incredible. Went on for a while. Wow, I was truly stunned. Yeah, the whole section also felt super jazzy, in case I didn't mention that genre. Then it all started building, brewing, rising. Became kind of this swirl of chaos, but one of the most beautiful moments of chaos I've ever heard in music. It just worked. Then finally, after a quick while, boom, release. But that whole intense section literally felt like the earth crying. It was so moving. Then again, we calmed down, I think, for the final section of the song to just simple, stunning piano. I love that because it brought us down from that huge energy, the climax, of section 2, and it also tied back to the first section with that beautiful, softer, ethereal music. And then that final epilogue moment, we'll call it, with that Beach Boys nod. So different. What a huge turn. But again, everything worked from start to finish. One thing's for sure, I need much more of the Style Council in my life going forward. Wow, what a beautiful ride. What a surprising ride. You know, I think of them, I think of 80s, more synth pop, new wave. I'm sure they did that, but it is sophistipop, and this was just on a whole different, unique level. It was gorgeous. So I'm right at the lower edge for my rating, but you know, due to that beautiful, huge emotional journey that it took me on, and the divine instrumentation, arrangement, artistry behind this whole piece, this whole suite, I have to give it the Triple Epic Platinum Record Award. Yes, so deserving for The Gardener of Eden, a 3-piece suite by the Style Council, 1988. Wow. And thank you so much for this gorgeous song, the amazing Paul Weller, Mick Talbot on the keys, D.C. Lee on vocals, I believe. And I got to mention Rupert Parker with that beautiful harp introduction, stunning in and of itself, and anyone else involved in this beautiful journey. All right, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you like this one or love this one as well. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below if you wish to chat about it. I would love to know what you think. If you have any other favorites by the Style Council. So you take care, stay safe, stay hydrated, and remember to let peace, calm, and light into your day and night. And I'll see you next time in the past.